Every team, every topic, everywhere. This is Believe.
What's up, everybody? We're back with another Short Shifts episode. 10 minutes are on the clock. Jeffrey J. Who Scott Lavecchio has no idea what the topic is going to be. But Jeffrey, should you choose to accept this challenge, we are going to have some fun today. Are you ready to go?
I love fun.
Oh, jeez. All right. Actually,
If you love it so much, why don't you marry it? Lay off me.
Lay
I'm
off
starving.
me. I'm starving. Okay, so this is actually, I'm not going to say counter, but this is, we talk about having fun a lot, right? We talk about having fun a lot and how important that is. But sometimes in this world that we live in, there's only dichotomies. It's black and it's white. It's either fun or it's challenging. It's got to be one or the other. I think a lot of people take that sometimes in two dualities, right? But what I want to talk about here is the challenge. Give me some stuff that is challenging that your coaches have done with you in practice or you've done as a coach in practice to really get kids outside of their comfort zone, to really challenge them to be better. What are some drills that you can do? What are some things that you can apply in a practice that can get kids outside of their comfort zone and really challenge them?
Different drills, making it, if D-men stop this many 2-on-1s in, we're going to do 2-on-1s for 4 minutes. If the D-men let in less than 4 goals, they win. If forwards score more than five goals or more, the forwards win. Instant challenge. Everybody's dialed in. Goalies are part of the defensive team. Right there, whole team is excited and going just a little bit harder.
So creating competition.
You're creating competition. Obviously one-on-one battles. One-on-one battles. Whether that's pucks going in the corner, whoever comes out first is on offense. The other guy's on defense for the rest of the shift till the whistle blows. Putting you up one-on-one versus another human being, like that's how you're going to get the best out of your players. They are going to bring it. And then, you can make it into a competition. Toph said black and white. Let's say we got black and white jerseys out there. All right. Everybody on black. If your team wins, this happens. On white, if your team wins, this happens, right? You got to untie the black team skates or something. So for me, like instantly throwing them competitions is going to bring out that compete, is going to bring out that battle. I don't know. Having talks before practice about, for me, something that I did it today actually at TPH. Me asking the entire team, who wants to play junior hockey? Raise your hand. See how many go up. Who wants to play college hockey? Raise your hand. See how many go up. Who wants to say play pro hockey? Raise your hand. Almost every age level they're all going to raise their hand for all of that. Almost all of them. Okay, if that is your goal, I want to tell you how hard it is to make it there. I want you to know that you are in this rink in St. Louis. How many rinks do we have in St. Louis? Oh, we've got 15. I don't know. Okay, and then a few hours away in Kansas City, there's how many players there? How about a few hours away in Chicago? How about a few hours away in Nashville? In Nebraska, all these places. Now, how about every state in the U.S.? How about the entire country of Canada? How about all of Europe? Guess what? Everybody else your age that was asked that same question today raised their hand too. Think about all those players and how many spots there are in these leagues, right? So like getting them to tell you what their goals are and then being able to not throw that back in their face, but to bring that up often. That has worked for me to get players to buy in or realize, ooh, I was going 70%. Jeff is right. I told him that I want to be this, and he's holding me accountable right now to that standard because I told him I want that. For me, that's something that always brings that dog out of players on a bad day, whether that's in the gym, on the ice, whatever.
I love that.
It works more than me being like, you think you're going to, coach who used to be like, you think you're going to play at this level, not this way. Like, to me, there are a few players that'll work on. But when you have a player tell you what they want in detail, and then you can bring that back up. Hey, do you remember when you said that? Is that still true? Do you really want that? And then you can ask them honestly, looking them in the eye. Do you think practice yesterday was at the level that you need it to be for your goals that you told me? I'm asking you. I want to know what you think. It instantly light bulb off. And it's them then wanting to change versus you telling them to change.
Yeah. I've been saying this a lot over the past, I don't know, month or so, but the magnitude of your work ethic better match the magnitude of your dreams. Like, if you have a dream of playing at that level, like, oh baby, that is a lofty one. And so you better have a lofty work ethic to match that, right?
You have to. Like, everybody's too good. Everybody works too hard now. Everybody knows about strength training, video, nutrition. When we played, not everybody did all those things. Yeah. So you could find these little details that guys would skip to get a leg up on them. But now everybody knows what they got to do. So now it's, how are you doing what you're doing? So that is a big differentiator.
Totally. How much intention are you putting into it? Yeah. No question. All right. So I have a few things. The first one is, I absolutely love what you said about the drill design of having a battle, and then whatever team ends up getting the puck gets to play on offense.
Yeah.
I love that. Ooh, I absolutely love that, because that ups it
right away.
That ups it right away. If you have, like, everybody wants to play offense in smaller area games. And, I've been talking to Barry Smith a lot. And one of the things that he talks about a lot is like, hey, in hockey, everything starts with a race and a battle. The amount of 50-50s or 60-40s, 40-60s in a game is insane. And so putting that into your practice and drill design, where there are a lot of races for pucks and then a consequence for the good or the bad after that, that goes a long, that goes a really, really long way. A couple other things that I have too. One is, I feel like, so we talked about drill design and stuff, but like, as coaches, the best way that you can challenge your players, honestly, is to be prepared as a coach to hold people accountable to the standard that you've set every single day. Like, a lot of that just comes from your preparedness and your ability to, like a hawk in practice, hold people to high standards. You know what I mean? Like, Don't just be a whistleblower, and don't just teach hockey. Like, hold people to the high standards that you set. Honestly, I think that's the hardest yet most important job of a coach, is holding people accountable to high standards.
Yeah.
Every
100%.
day.
Yeah.
And we tell the players that, like, hey, you got to be an everydayer, and hey, you got to, you got to work your best every day. Just all the things that you were talking about. But nobody does that alone. Nobody is self-motivated enough without a coach to be at their best, whatever their best is. And what have we talked about recently? Like, maybe you only have 50, but give me 100 of your 50 today. And it's our job as coaches to really instill that in our players and hold them to that standard. So I think that's another one. Another one is like constructive tension. I talk about constructive tension a lot, and that's putting kids in difficult situations, so they'll have to like get through some like adversity and stuff. And so, at certain times during practice, be not fair.
Dude.
Call a bad penalty.
Yes.
Discipline a kid that maybe didn't deserve the discipline, and things like that. And then just see what their reaction is.
Bro, I just wrote that down. Constructive tension. That is money. That is money.
So like, doing things in practice that like aren't fair, and you're doing it for a reason.
Right.
Obviously there has to be a debrief after you do it. If you just do it and don't like explain yourself afterwards, then that's not the right way to coach. So for example, maybe it's something like, and coaches used to do this. I love it. I think it's a great idea, but like, maybe practice is going pretty well, but one person misses a pass, and you go, all right, everybody on the line, let's go. Like, this is unacceptable. Everybody on the line. And then you skate them even though we don't believe in that, but there's a method to this madness here. So stay with me. And then you just watch everybody's reaction. And then you bring everybody in and you say, hey, you know what? Like, that was a bad call by me. Like, you guys were actually having a pretty good practice and there was no reason why I should have done that. But I'm really proud of you guys because you did it. You didn't complain. You didn't whine. The refs are going to make bad calls during the games. It's how we react to it. It's not the fact that they made the call. So like providing little moments within a practice, that constructive tension to create a little bit of adversity. And then the debrief afterwards, let's make sure that that's a big part of that. That could be very challenging to a team and to a player and can help them when the adversity does come during the game. They've already been trained to do it.
Absolutely. Guys, constructive tension. Awesome. Love that, Toph. Share the damn show.
Thanks, man. Share the show, guys.
If you like the show, please take a moment to rate, review, and subscribe. It really does help the show to grow. Thank you for listening.